I said my name is Listening. I'm 18 years old. I go to Sprague High School. I live with my mom and my dad, my little brother, my little sister. My mom was 12 years old when she got pregnant with me. I was pretty young when I actually heard about Jesus and God. But the thing is, I never really knew what it was. I didn't know who Jesus was, who God was. All I know is that whenever I would have a nightmare when I was really young, because I had them constantly, I would always cry, and then my mom would come into my room, and she'd be like, "Here, pray with me, get on your knees and pray with me." And we'd pray, and I don't know, I always just felt safe. I started skating a lot more. I guess I was around some good friends. There was a few bad ones, but I never really was the type of person to fall easily under, like, what's the word, peer pressure? Yeah, peer pressure. A lot of people tell me, hey, smoke this, hey, drink that. I never really got into it. When I first moved here, I didn't have any friends, because it was right at the beginning of summer, going into my 8th grade year, and since I had no friends, I told my dad I'd start working, and since he was the manager at AM PM, he's like, "Yeah, sure, son, you can work." He started bringing me in the mornings or in the afternoon, at night sometimes, just depending upon when he needed me. So I started working when I was 13, 14 years old, and I'm still working at the same place now as a senior, and I'm 18. My first year in Salem, I guess it was kind of difficult. It was just readjusting to everything. I stopped skating as much, but I found a passion for something else, and that was football. Football was really fun, and that was like my outlet to all these other people that I met, all my friends that are my friends now. I kind of just got distracted from God and Jesus, and I wasn't introduced or knew who he was still. And since I didn't know who he was or was ever introduced to him, I just never really saw him, never prayed to him. I mean, I still prayed, but it just wasn't as often. And, I mean, I still didn't know what it was for. So, for about 4 years, I was just lost. It was my sophomore year, because a lot happened. I thought I had my life figured out. I was swinging for varsity, playing football, and then after the football season ended, my friend got locked up. I tore my meniscus. I lost the girl that I liked a lot, so that was pretty big for me. I was actually having a lot of family problems at the time. My parents were getting into a lot of arguments, and it was a difficult time for me. So all this just came piling down on me, and I was just so lost and depressed, and I hated everything, and I wasn't happy. They started giving me Vicodin pills for my pain relief. I remember I started taking more than what I was acquired to take, just so that I could stay spaced out or stay in my little mind and like zoned off for a little bit longer. I just didn't want to be there. I just wanted to be away. First time I was invited to Young Life was from my friend Adania and Robert, actually. They both were crazy about me going. I was like, I hurt my knee. I don't have a girl anymore. My home life sucks. My friend's in jail. What else do I have to do? And so I said, okay, I'll go. It was the last club that they had before Christmas. Before Christmas, my sophomore year. And I had a great time. We danced, we played, we talked about Jesus. I started seeing that, and it was just really fun. But that was the last one until the next semester. And so this is right before I got my surgery too, so after that little like release from life, it's kind of like going to camp, you know? You get that little slice of heaven. Just like camp is a little slice of heaven, club was this little piece or like crumb of heaven that I could go to when I was in that moment of my life. I didn't know any of the leaders or anything, and so I didn't really keep in touch with them until club came back. But between that time, all I felt was anger and depression. Now when I look back on it, you know, I feel like Jesus was there. Of course he was, but I just couldn't see him. And I just didn't realize that he was actually there trying to keep me up, trying to keep me going forward. And then I started going to club more. And everything started turning around. I kind of just let go all of the pain and all the sorrow and started going to club more. Started getting more involved with the leaders, hanging out with them more. I met Dan, unfortunately. When I first met Dan, I thought he was weird, and he texted me a lot, and sometimes I would just kind of leave him without a reply because I didn't know what to say back. He'd be like, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" I'd be like, eh. Until Rob told me to go with him. I know that I can go to Dan for anything. I can talk to him. We talk about, we can talk about deep things. We can talk about just my day, and he's always there for me. He's always, pushed me forward. He's helped me make decisions. Honestly, I don't know what I would have done if my friends didn't invite me to club. I think maybe I would have ended up like the rest of my friends. I'm thankful for it because they've helped me out with a lot of decisions in my life, like what I'm going to do next, what I want to do, where I want to go. Now I know that next year I want to be a Young Life leader. I know the reality of the greatness that Young Life is doing. It's giving people opportunities to meet Jesus and have a relationship with him and show that to other people. So I missed camp, then I actually went to camp. I just remember that the week was really impactful on me because they talked about a lot of things. I remember they talked about our relationship with God and that wall between us of turning our backs on him. And then I started noticing, that's what I did a lot. That's what I do sometimes still, but I can catch myself when I do it. And that was one way that it really impacted me. I just remember one day I was in the pool, in the middle of the pool, just looking at the canyon mountains, and I started realizing how beautiful the world actually was, and how beautiful Jesus and God made the world, how perfect and imperfect it really was. I just thought it was beautiful because it was just so emotional to me because, Jesus is there. Jesus is waiting for that moment. I would say that camp is the most amazing place I've ever been to. Hands down, I can say that. I would rather go to camp than Six Flags any day of the week because it really is a slice of heaven. All the people there are nice. You get meals, you get to sleep, you get to have fun, learn about Jesus, and it's just such a great and beautiful place that you can be happy at. It's just extremely amazing how perfect that place actually is. Last year when I went to camp, I could honestly say that I met Jesus and I fully committed my life to him. And it changed a lot because now I know where I want to go with my life and what I want to do. Before I met him, I was lost. I was always telling people that I was lost. I was never into anything bad, but it wasn't until I met him that I started realizing what I was meant to do in my life. And that's be a leader and be a worker for Jesus for the rest of my life.